Doing?
Hey.
Hey, Coach.
I don't know if you can say, but who's been working as the scout team quarterback and giving you guys looks this week to help stop a running QB?
Can't quite say, but we've had a couple different people just trying to give us the best look possible.
What's that process been like, and how prepared do you feel?
We feel prepared. You know, it's going to be hard to duplicate it exactly. You know, he's a big kid, but we're trying to duplicate it the best we can.
Both of these last two second halves, the offenses to 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of progress did you see in those stretches that gives you hope maybe for the future?
Just guys just executing, guys playing together, and guys just moving on from the previous play. Like, our biggest thing is we can't let bad plays pile on top of each other. So if they hit a play or something happens, we just have to shake that off and just have a next play mentality. I thought that the last two games they've done a better job of that.
I think you'd mentioned a couple weeks ago just something about the youth on this defense team. Do you feel like that has made the process of this defense development maybe a little bit different, a little slower, or different in another way, I guess?
Different, I'd say, yeah. You know, the past two defenses, we had a lot of just transfer portal guys who are fifth and sixth year seniors, which is an older team. This team is more talented, but they're just young, and it's just guys who haven't played before. So there's just certain mistakes you just have to live through. You want to get those mistakes out and practice as much as you can, but it has been fun just from day one to now to see the progress of a handful of those kids. It's been awesome.
Does it feel like the defense has hit a stride, especially those young guys, and where you are going to start seeing those big steps forward?
Yeah, like they've had a good couple of weeks of in practice, and I feel like if we just keep on just stringing together just good plays after good plays, just keep on having a next play mentality. Our biggest thing is just stack days and stack weeks, and we can't be the same defense this Saturday that we were this past. We have to keep on getting better.
Where have you guys made the most progress in maybe the last 5 weeks?
Consistency. I would say a lot of the stuff you've seen all throughout the year, but it's just been spotty. It hasn't been consistent. And some of that is just with individuals, and some of that I think is just letting the previous play affect you. So I just think us having, again, the next play mentality has just helped us be more consistent. That's been the biggest thing.
How has that consistency at cornerback specifically affected the whole defense?
It's helped a lot. It gives us more confidence to mix up our coverages, to get in different looks. And, there's times where you need to protect those guys, but there's times where we feel like we can be in a little bit more of attack mode because those guys are holding up on the outside.
I know you're so week-to-week focused, but USC's playing very meaningful games here in November. What's that like for you, first time as a college defensive coordinator, having the chance to go accomplish all the team's goals that you had at the beginning of the year? How fun is that challenge, and what's that like for you?
Super fun. I mean, it's like the NFL at this point. It's like every single game, is either going to keep you in it or knock you out. So this time of the year, like you work all off season. So at this time of the year, every single game is meaningful. So it's pretty fun.
What do you need to see from the defense over the course of that next stretch to fulfill its potential as you see it?
We need to be consistent up front. We need to stop the run. We need to limit big plays. I feel like when we do those things, we can be a really good defense. It's easier said than done, but again, it comes back to just being consistent.
What does Carlin Jones do that's gotten him to, Lincoln Riley used the word trending yesterday?
I think he's earned our trust just in practice. He's someone that when he got here, he's had nicks. So he's been on and off the field. This is the longest he's been able to be on the field. And since he's been on the field, he's just really just gained our trust as far as just knowing what to do and just playing with his hands, getting off blocks, and just being consistent.
What challenges come going against an offense that likes to eat up clock, maybe as a team,
Especially when we have an offense like ours, we want them on the field as often as possible. So an offense like this, they're okay with going first, second, and third down all the way down the field. It's going to keep our offense off the field, and it's going to wear us down. So from our standpoint, you got to get TFLs, and you need to do something to get them behind the chains. You can't just live in the third and short range all game.
In that sense, it seems like they try to get the ball out quick.
Yeah.
How do you work around that?
They do get the ball out quick, but they also have a lot of play action shots. They mix up their pass game. You just gotta be sticky in coverage, stay on top of the shots, and you gotta stop the run.
You guys
What's led to Desmond Stevens putting together 2 really good back-to-back weeks?
I thought after our second bye, he had a really good week in practice. I thought after that bye, you've just seen him play faster. He's been less indecisive, and even if you're wrong, be wrong with full speed. I think he's been doing a great job of that.
What makes Gronowski maybe unique compared to some of the rushing quarterbacks you faced this season?
He's big. He runs hard. They use him more in the run game as far as just quarterback design runs than teams that we've played in the past, but he'll also extend plays in the passing game. And in the passing game, the past couple of Qs we played, they extend plays and throw the ball downfield, which he'll do, but he'll extend plays into run. And he's just someone we have to make sure we're containing him at all times.
Is there something about DeCarlos and Marcellus that makes them work well together, or they were just the 2 individuals that were the best fit for the job back there?
It was a very competitive competition, and we just felt like those 2 guys throughout the course of the season just kind of separated themselves.
Was there a moment where it felt like Marcellus kind of took that next step?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what game it was, but there was a game where we'd been rotating the guys, and he was just playing well, so we're like, let's just keep him in there. And he played that entire game, and he was tackling well, he was getting off blocks, he was staying on top, he was sticky, he was playing with more confidence. And then after that game, you just saw his confidence just grow and grow each week.
And Braylon cutting in, being able to make some plays in this past game, how big was that just for his confidence?
It was big time. It's tough to come off the bench at corner. And to come off the bench, he did a good job in coverage. He did a good job tackling. So I thought that was impressive. That's tough to do.
Is there anything you can point to as to how the last 3 opponents have started games with touchdowns on their opening drives? Anything you can do differently?
We just have to execute better. There's obviously some calls I could probably call better, but it comes down to just us executing.
Thank you, Coach Lynn.